So I want to take a moment and talk about one more part of networking that can be really important. If you want to play outside of your home, meaning that your gaming computer is going to be at home, but you're going to be somewhere else like school or Starbucks or anything like that, you're going to have to do a little bit of port forwarding in your router so that you can game remotely. Now, port forwarding is basically just the process of opening up some access in the security of your router so that a device outside of your network can go across the internet and reach a device inside of your network. And Rainway uses TCP 443, so that's the number of the port, to come from the outside and get into your network. So I'm going to show you just kind of an example of how you would do that. Now keep in mind that what I'm about to show you is specific for my router, so my model, but the general principle is still going to apply to yours. So if you're doing this yourself, you can't follow this step by step because your router is probably a different model from mine, but this will give you an idea of what the process looks like. And if you need to find the specifics for yours, you can open up your web browser, you can go to portforward.com, and you can basically find instructions for how to do it for your model. So if you look, they've got virtually every manufacturer listed, and you will find your model in here and they'll give you instructions. So keep in mind the number that you need to open is TCP 443. So here's what doing that looks like on my router. So this is my internet settings. So I just opened up 192.168.1.254. So that's the router address to get into my settings. So for me, I'm just going to go to settings. Now I apologize, this router is a little bit slow. So there may be a little lag as I click on things. But from here, for me, I'm going to firewall. And then I'm going to go to applications, pinholes, and DMZ. Now from here, it gives me a list of computers. So this is a really common feature. A lot of modern routers handle it this way. So this is my host computer at home. So this is the computer that we're on right now. So I'm going to select it and let it load. And then if I scroll down, it lets me basically set things up. So I'm going to hit add a new user-defined application. And it basically lets me fill some things out. Now this screen is probably going to look really similar on your router. So this is a pretty standard port forwarding screen. So the name of your port forward can be whatever you want. So I'll call mine Rainway. And then remember we said it was TCP. So you want to make sure TCP is checked on yours. And then port range is going to be 443 to 443. And that's basically it. The rest of this, for the most part, and this is true for other routers as well, you can leave these blank. They're just going to be default. And then I'm going to hit add to list. And it's telling me that I've already basically done this because I have. So I can't save it again. But that's how it would look to forward that port. And I'm basically assigning that to this computer so that if a device from the outside, so like if I take my Surface Pro with me and go to Starbucks, it's going to go back across the internet through port 443 on my router and then be directed to this computer so that it can find the Rainway app. So I wanted to cover that really quickly because that is very important. So you may need to do some port forwarding on your own. And just like I said earlier, if you want to find instructions for your router and your model, go to portforward.com, click on routers, and then look for your router manufacturer in this list and then choose it. So just to give you an example of kind of like what that looks like, so my we'll do let's see, we'll do ASUS because that's a really common one. So if we go through the list, there's ASUS, and we'll close their little advertisement. And then remember we had the RTAC earlier that we looked up on Amazon. We'll go ahead and just click on it. And then it gives you really basic, easy to understand instructions. So it gives you step 1, step 2, basically tells you go and find the address, log into it with your credentials. It even tells you what the default credentials would be. And then it gives you pictures of that interface. And basically the same thing that we just did on ours. It gives you very similar screens. And it even tells you, like, if you were gonna do this for Rainway, you can kind of define it right there. And that's basically it. So real simple, and you should be able to handle that. It's not real technical because you have the numbers that you need, and these instructions will get you the rest of the way. So that's an important thing, and hopefully you should be able to do that on your own now. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This was part 3 in a series of videos about getting the most out of Rainway and just getting it all set up. So be sure to check out the other videos so that you can take your Rainway experience to the next level. And be sure to check us out on social media. So head on over to twitter.com/Flickstiq and be sure to click the follow button so that you get updated every time we do something new. We've also got a brand new website at flickstiq.com, so be sure to head over there and check it out. And you're going to find that we post the latest news, we give you more tutorials, and even more insights into the world of game streaming and cloud gaming. So be sure to check us out at flickstiq.com to learn even more about those subjects and subscribe to us there as well. And lastly, be sure to head over to youtube.com/Flickstiq and follow our channel. So go on over, hit the subscribe button so that you get updated every time we release something new. And for this video, be sure to hit the like button so that this video gets ranked highly and other people can benefit from it just like you are right now. And until next time, you guys have a good one.